Hi, I'm Holly and I'm a recovering alcoholic.
Holly, what led you to become an alcoholic?
I went through a divorce where my husband was abusing drugs, and I divorced him, and I had a 3-year-old at the time. And I wanted to be super mom and do everything possible and work 40 hours a week. And I started rewarding myself Friday nights with alcohol. And it started off very innocent at first. And then, about a year after that, it started to be every Friday and Saturday night. And then after that, it would be a Monday night or a Wednesday night or a Thursday night until it got to the point, I think about 13 years, it got to the point where I was drinking every day, and I got to the point where I needed it first thing in the morning, and or I would get sick and get the shakes.
Okay, thank you. What made you decide to finally go into treatment?
Multiple reasons. I knew I had a problem and I knew I needed help. I was sick of living like that. I was miserable. I lost all trust from everybody. The look in my daughter's eyes was horrible. She hated what the alcohol had made me become. And I was also to the point where I could have been facing jail time. And I was lucky that I didn't. And I finally just realized that alcohol was controlling me 100%, and I needed to surrender or I wasn't going to live.
Yeah. Well, good for you.
Thanks.
While you were in treatment, what medication did you receive that you felt like helped you or continues to help you to this day?
So they put me on an Ativan taper during detox for probably 6 to 7 days. I think I was really worried because I was afraid of having seizures. I had never had one before, but I was terrified of that because of the abuse that I had done to myself. The Ativan, it was actually, the detox was easier than I thought. I was really, really scared, and I thought I'd be in a lot of pain, and I wasn't. I also had high blood pressure, and I was also on medicine for that.
Okay. As far as medication during residential or that you continue to take today, is there anything that you take to help with cravings or anything like that?
Yeah, so the doctor had put me on what's called Camprol. It's a pill form. There's some other ones that are shots, but I took the pill form and I took that every day. I'm for cravings. I am almost 17 months sober, and I still continue to take that medicine today. And the random thing about that medicine is I bit my nails my entire life, and I don't do that anymore. So that took away that craving as well.
That's great. Okay, thank you. Were there any holistic treatments that you did or that you really liked while you were in treatment?
We did a lot of guided meditation. We also did, we had a therapist do Reiki with energy, and I felt so much peace and relaxation after that. I felt like a lot of weight was lifted off of me, and I didn't feel quite as aches and pains. We also had, one of the nurses had a dog that would be there all the time, and that really, really, really helped me a lot.
That's awesome. How do you feel like it has helped you cope through your recovery or connect with yourself?
Yeah, I've learned, they taught me a lot about meditation and breathing techniques. I suffered with a lot of anxiety my whole adult life, and the breathing techniques and just the simple pausing and the meditation has helped me in those times where I've struggled with whatever situation it would be, whether a family member, a crisis, anything. It helped me to pause and meditate and do those breathing techniques before I just reacted and acted wrong.
Okay. So do you feel like going to a treatment center that provided holistic care along with medication care helped you versus going to just a treatment with that only did medication type care?
I think it all helped. I think with me, I didn't know what was gonna keep me sober, and I obviously had no idea how to even be sober and stay sober. So I needed as many options as I could get, and I still use medication today, and I also do holistic stuff as well.
Okay, awesome, thank you. What advice would you have for nurses or nursing students, and how did they help you during your stay?
Some of the nurses that I had were also in recovery. That helped me a great deal because I knew exactly they knew exactly how I was feeling and how to talk to me and how to ask me the right questions when I didn't want to open up, so that they could get to the bottom line and actually help me. I think a nurse that is just very empathetic and is willing to take the time for 5 minutes or 10 minutes to kind of get to know the patient, and sit down and help them with panic attacks, depression, because a lot of times that's all I needed was somebody to talk me through it for 10-15 minutes.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And is there anything the doctor did that you really liked?
When I first saw the doctor, I was afraid I was bipolar, from a family history of people in my family that I know have it. And I was afraid that I would and how to cope with that. And the doctor was amazing and sat me down and made sure that I was educated and knew exactly how he would diagnose bipolar, and answered all my questions perfectly and put it in a way that I could understand it. And I realized that I was not bipolar, but no one had ever explained it to me up until that point.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any last words for somebody that may be considering going to treatment or somebody that's in recovery?
First of all, it's worth it for sure. You can do it. I'm living proof. I was an addict for 15 plus years, and I've probably been the happiest I've ever been in my entire adult life. So if I can do it, anybody can do it.
Awesome. Well, you're awesome, Holly. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.